Greetings, it is I, the Anax. I have a special announcement. That is, I wanted to talk to everyone about some projects that I desire to make, and I eventually will. The amount of time it takes rests solely in your hands. If I reach my goal on Patreon, I shall quit my job and make these titles and many others. Next, I will say that everything you see in this video, all of these are works in progress. That is, they are subject to change as I focus on said project. In the future, if a character happens to look different than you see here, the lighting or environment changes and so forth, that is because these are quick mock-ups I made in one afternoon. I did not even let the rendering finish, I just started them and stopped them when they were good enough. First, I shall show you a teaser for a future game called Abducted. Again, the name might change. One will be able to play as male or female. However, one plays as a stalker that has been rather smitten with a neighborhood 18-year-old girl. She's about to go to college, which will ruin your life, and in your insane mind, you concoct a dark plan. You create a prison of sorts in your basement, for which I will probably have upgrades purchasable over time. Examples might be making it more soundproof, or maybe adding a VR headset to loop brainwashing materials. At any rate, the goal is to take the object of your twisted affection and make her your own. One possible twist on this will be the girl herself. I have toyed with the idea of her sexual preference, starting as the opposite of whatever the player chooses to be. So, if you play as a female stalker, she will be a heterosexual girl and you must break her in every way, making even her sexuality change. There will be different ways to change her personality as well, for example, making her perhaps a goth or even a brainless bimbo. This title feels like one I can add a lot to over time. I might even, depending on the amount of money I have coming in through my Patreon, make it where one could potentially play the entire game in reverse from the perspective of the captive as well. You would change the girl through different means, for example, deprivation, taking away her sleep and food, or perhaps through hypnotism, and possibly other methods as well. This would mark my first title without a magical or squick mind control. Next, we have an Insidious Worm. There have been those in the community that want a game with biological mind control, but where the host remains human in appearance rather than going through one of my fantastical transformations. Enter the Mimic. This creature is one of the invaders from my completed Slugs and Bugs game, but it enters the hosts and works as a spy. You see here that it has entered this nameless woman and she screams into the night. Delightful. However, her screams of terror become moans of ecstasy as the creature becomes a part of her body. An alien symbiosis begins, and when it finishes, she will be a willing and happy convert of the alien powers. Oh, it appears her cries for help have brought a man to her aid. Of course, the parasite cannot have witnesses. As you can see, though she appears human on the outside, within she is no longer human at all. Once she feeds, she is ready to mate, to bring more of the mimics into the world, to create even more human-slave hybrids. So, this title would put you at the head of the mimics. You infect a host, again, depending on finances versus time. I could allow you to choose between male and female hosts and such, and then using your human body, you would need to mate, make more mimics, and infect more humans. This would actually be taking place before Slugs and Bugs proper, and will, of course, like my other titles, be part of the massive lore of my Anax verse. The ending would be a huge surprise, and I think my fans would enjoy it immensely. Next, we have Glob. In this game, you are a creature that escapes the BDA. For those unfamiliar with it, it is the Bureau of Demonic Analysis from my Anax verse. These scientists were trying to synthesize Absinthe Van Helsing's blood suit, and you, this glob of sentient slime, were their first attempt. As those of you that play my games know, Abby's blood suit is made of Dracula's own blood, and it desires to feed. You, as this slime, are almost akin to it. The scientists do not even know that you are sentient, and though you have only a rudimentary intellect at the outset of the title, you realize you must escape and multiply. Once you break free, you will find a roach and hop on it and make it a part of yourself. This will also help your mind grow a bit smarter. You use this host to infect a mouse, and the mouse to infect a cat, and finally, the cat's owner, Kylie here. Using her body, you convert her mother, and then her sister, and so forth. Any organic matter that you touch can become a part of you, and you absorb its consciousness in the process, meaning they do not die, but rather become an extension of yourself. And now, what I'm about to tell you is a game already in the works. It will be a huge hit, I think, in our fetish community, and I will not give you the exact details of the gameplay mechanics yet. However, this is the first announcement of my secret project, Anaxverse Factions. The player in this game can choose from any of my different characters, the Giggler from Giggle Night, Dionysa, Sarah Borgs, Nurgle, and even Evelyn Adams or me, the Anax, and you must fight the other factions from my Anaxverse for control. The ultimate goal to become the last faction in my dark world, controlling the minds and souls of humanity. This will not be canon lore, mind you, but all my canon lore will be used in everything from characters to attacks and defenses. I am hopeful by the end of summer to release a playable demo with 2 of the factions, and over time I will add more. As if that was not enough already, let me add that Nichols will again be doing my music, though I did buy the rights to Atrium Carceri music from Slugs and Bugs, so expect that in there if you play as the Invaders. Blank Subroutine will be programming it, and I shall be doing the art. These being just my first shot at concept art, so please support me to get your hands on this one. I do not mean to sound like a beggar, but please know what I mean is true. The speed that I can produce these works is wholly dependent on your generosity. If you want to have all these titles faster, then please invest in me. If I hit $3,000 a month, I will quit my 40 to 50 hour work week, thus opening all that time for me to produce professional, high-end content that I know you enjoy. You know your money will be put to good use, such as buying music, buying the best DAS models, and helping me focus every day to work on this. You have seen my track record over the years, and I am in this to stay. Thank you for watching this teaser video, and do not forget to check out my massive amount of content already produced. Can you believe the work I have made so far consists of more than 500,000 words and 4,000 pictures? Mind-boggling. And again, that's with me working all the hours I do. I cannot wait to reach my goal and make things for you to enjoy every day. But for now, back to the Shadowlands I go to create more of my dark work. See you next time.